He goes, "You literally spit a bullet out, son. You're a miracle." I started feeling different when I was very young. I had a very troubled childhood. I recognized everything my mother was doing, between her doing drugs, to getting beat on, to shoving us out of the way, to me being picked up from DCFS, to me having to be at different homes multiple times. I had so much hate because I never felt wanted or loved. It was an intervention. The intervention was, we're gonna give you a couple options, but you gotta get out of here. So I was basically being kicked out of my grandma's, and they said, you need to find help. I will help you find help.
I took my first pass about 2 months into 180, coming right over here to number 4. To visit a girl that I should not have, and noticed a guy with a mask. Then I came out for a cigarette. He followed. He got a cigarette, and we walked around.
We go up and down about 4 or 5 times, and it was all kind of getting fishy to me. I was getting red flags. And about the 3rd time, I said, "Hey, bro, look, I'm gonna ask you the phone. I gotta make this call." So as I'm walking, I take about 3 steps, and he goes, "Matter of fact, no, you're not." Pop.
As he shot me from the back, I'm going stumbling. I don't know how many times I caught myself before I fell, but I'm laying down on the ground over here, and 2 of my teeth are missing. When my head, it felt like you were in like a matrix, like you're just floating, right? Because my body was in shock. As I finally go like this and I'm able to just turn myself, I see him standing right over me. But then all of a sudden he took off running. I'm gonna thank God for that, because something feared him to not finish. Woke up to a woman holding my head up. Her hand's full of my blood. She's almost crying, but panicking is what it was. She was an angel, God sent, to be able to call the EMTs, to get them here, to save me.
Shot me in the back and broke 2 of my ribs, missed my heart barely by 3 centimeters, came up through my neck, put a hole in the bottom of my mouth, fractured the whole jaw, took some teeth out the back, took these out, and then literally I spit it out. I was life flighted from Genesis to University of Iowa. I had 3 surgeries.
What did the doctor tell you about the likelihood of surviving a gunshot like that?
Very slim. He said he's never seen anything like it. He goes, "You literally spit a bullet out, son. You're a miracle. You did it. You did it." I said, "No, God did it." I believe in all miracles. You know what I mean? This what happened to me is not anybody else. It probably would have been a way worse situation. Paralyzed, wheelchair for life. There was something that God had done and did not want me to end up that way, that he did not allow me to be that way. For the predicament I was in, I was shot, I was vulnerable, I was weak, I was limp, and I had nobody, it felt like, okay? Well, where's the one place where I felt like I had anybody and everybody? 180, my brothers. And it was like, if I didn't come back here, I was not gonna feel any kind of actual support. Not a single person that I ran the streets with was at that hospital. I felt like I would let that get back in my head. The devil would have been shoving that back like, man, nobody cares about you. They're weak, And then I probably would end up dead, ODing somewhere because I'm taking pain pills and I'm smoking meth again. Or I've been left somewhere, or I've been stranded somewhere, not knowing what to do, who to call, and who to trust, But that's all the things I can do here. I can walk into a store knowing my brother's gonna be right outside to pick me up, I can go into therapy, my brother's gonna be here to pick me up. It feels safe. I feel I feel like this is brotherhood, you know what I mean? I feel like home when I'm here. It helped me to understand that, you are loved, and it helped me understand that there is another way other than the wrong way. After I was shot, I felt a complete peace and love from God that I was still alive, that I felt the complete need to give it all to Him. I asked Him to take all my anxiety, my anger, depression, resentments, anything that was in my past that I was holding on to. I felt that God has taken it all. Now it's up to me, though, to continue this relationship with Him faithfully and doing it with consistency, and also being loyal to it. I realized that if I forgive everything else just like Jesus does, I have a lot more peace within myself. I'm happier.
So it's almost 2 years to the day coming up. Did you ever think that you would be where you're at today? Can you explain what's going on in your life today versus back then?
Yes, this right here, my life has never been where it's at now. I got a job, I do get to see my kids, I'm able to pay stuff, I'm able to, I have health benefits, and did I see myself at this place? Never. I never saw myself being the person that was able to love and care for others the way I do now. And I'm only able to do that because I seek the Lord.
So let me tell you what I see in you. I see a man that went from ashes to life. I saw resilience in you from that day in the hospital that you just went forward. And it took the next steps of really being committed to everybody at 180, to joining the church, to joining men's groups, to really honoring the mentorship that we have, and watching you just grow out of that, right? And then your story, with everything that you've gone through, is not only just for you, it's for so many other people to give them hope, and not only hope in their own life, but hope in Jesus, because that's ultimately how you got through this.
Absolutely.